Anthony Edwards, oh my goodness, redefining expectations for the Timberwolves. But he has Stephen A. and Perk agreeing? That might be even more impressive.
Lord have mercy.
Find out why next. Well, let's take a look now at our money moment brought to you by Chime, and it is the best show in basketball. Anthony Edwards, if he wasn't here before, he has arrived now. He dropped 43 points. Only him and Kobe Bryant have had back-to-back 40-point games in the playoffs at age 22 or younger. And by the way, beating the Nuggets, no small feat. It's the first time they're trailing in a playoff series since the first round against the Warriors in 2022. And as you can see here, the history, it does not stop with Kobe for Anthony Edwards. We've talked about the Timberwolves, right, as being built literally by the same general manager, Tim Connolly, to go toe-to-toe with the Denver Nuggets. But Wilbon, Stephen A., even on Friday when we were all doing our Sports Center segment, you weren't ready to take Minnesota. Are you ready now?
I don't know. This is one of those where I'm not going to be cocky and sit here and say I've got answers. I just want to enjoy watching the emergence of a great young player. There are a lot of terrific players in the league, but Anthony Edwards' emergence seems different. I don't know if I'm ready to take Minnesota. I know this. I didn't need convincing about Anthony Edwards when most other people, including everybody at this network, did not have Anthony Edwards in their top 5 MVP, and I had him there since January.
But you're not ready to take him in the series. You're not ready.
The champs, Malika.
You ready?
They're the champs.
Hell yeah. I'm ready.
That's an answer.
I'm ready. I mean, I'm not the astute Wilbon, the Godfather, but I'm ready. I got Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves winning this series. I mean, I've seen enough. This brother he is so sensational, it's hard to put into words. I said it before, Wilbon, over social media last week. MJ, Kobe, Anthony Edwards. It's not just about the ability, the 36.35 that he's 33.5 that he's averaging against Denver this season, the 33.4 he's averaging in this postseason. Right now in this postseason, Wilbon, let me tell you this right now. Fourth quarter in the postseason, he leads the entire league in points at 10.8, 69% shooting from the field, 57% shooting from three-point range, and hasn't missed a free throw in 14 attempts. This is in the fourth quarter. This is what he's doing. At the age of 22, okay, we know the athleticism. But guess what we also see? We don't just see the athleticism when he drives to the basket, when he's dunking the ball. We see the athleticism when he's blocking shots on the defensive side of the ball. He is the best two-way guard in the NBA right now.
There's something much greater than that.
Right now. Go ahead.
He's the follow me, damn it, player on that team.
Yes.
Okay, and they're going to follow
I was looking for those words. You got it.
And that's what reminds a lot of us more of the two guys, the two gentlemen you mentioned earlier. The fire, the controlled rage with which he plays, his demeanor at all times. How about the other night at the press conference when he's sitting there with Karl Anthony Towns and he's talking about not fouling? And he can sit there in the moment, a public moment, and chastise Karl Anthony Towns, but be playful about it, be a complete and utter charismatic leader.
Yes.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves have to look at him almost as opponents do and be in awe of Anthony Edwards.
And let me say this, they are. I know a few of those folks in Minnesota. They are in awe. This brother is the truth and a half. He is the real deal. Follow me, guys.
I'm glad we got you there after the early weeks of telling me about other people.
I had other people. I got him as a top 3 MVP candidate. He just wasn't top 2.
What about you, Perk?
I'm going to tell you this. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to the NBA Finals. I know that much. As long as they're healthy. That wasn't a fluke what we saw last night. This is who they've been all season long. A bunch of dogs, some nasty wolves, led by Anthony Edwards, who is a killer when it comes down to ready for the moment. But when I think about the personnel, right, and you think about Jokic last night shooting 11 for 25, it's not going to get any easier for Jamal Murray because you know why? They have Jaden McDaniels. You have Anthony Edwards. You have Mike Conley. Did you see Mike Conley hitting those timely three-point shots?
Nas Reed.
Did you see Karl Anthony Towns playing with a different passion? And can I take a moment? Can I take a moment to tell Anthony Edwards, I don't know if he's watching, I hope he is, but I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. All the OGs and the old heads that have retired and went away from the game of basketball, guess what?
He
We're
bringing
ready
it
to
back.
renew our vows back with the NBA because he has given us life again. With that type of being that type of competitor, being that type of leader, playing with force. We're in the era right now. Where the Europeans were looking like they were taking over the game of basketball, and Anthony Edwards have stepped up to the plate and said, "Hold up, 1 second, we're still here."
Anthony Edwards, I mean, the Nuggets were minus 24 when the starters shared the floor in that game one. That doesn't happen very often.